Welcome to What's in the Pot. I'm your host, Sean Grande, and today we're making some fresh salsa on the barbecue. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's What's in the Pot. Welcome to What's in the Pot. I'm your host, Sean Grande. So for our salsa today, here's some of the ingredients we'll be using. We're using some green peppers, some jalapenos, some tomatoes, and I'm using one whole white onion. And obviously we can't forget the cilantro. I have this set on my Traeger at 350 degrees. This is about 15 minutes into the cook. I also added a couple ají dulce peppers in there to roast with the rest of the ingredients. And the onions need a little bit more roasting, but you can see a little bit of that char coming through there. So we're gonna flip these. Once we flip these, we're gonna go check back on it in another 15 to 20 minutes. About 15 minutes later, you can see the onions, the peppers, they're pretty much done. I'm gonna let these tomatoes char a little bit more, and let's check back in a few. Now you can see the onions are starting getting that nice roasted, that little bit of that char. If you're Trini and you're making tomatoes choca, this is how we make tomatoes choca. So let's take these off the grill, and then we're gonna go ahead and start building the rest of our salsa and putting everything together. What you want to do is once you take everything off the grill, you can see these are all our vegetables here. I'm gonna start loading everything into my blender, or you can use a food processor, really up to you depending on what you have at home. But just make sure everything is cooled. Let it cool for maybe about half an hour. You can put it in the fridge for about half an hour and let that cool, then start blending. Some blenders might not be able to take the heat. I'm also going to be adding some shadow benny because I'm going to turn that in. I always have to have shadow benny, and I'm also going to be adding my cilantro, green onions, and some lime, a little bit of cumin, and also one thing I would suggest adding is a little bit of salt and pepper for flavor. I'll add that little bit of salt and pepper for flavor, but we're adding 1 teaspoon of the cumin, 2 stalks of the shadow benny, and then we're gonna go ahead and start adding in the rest of our green onions and our cilantro. When I'm making anything like this or any kind of seasonings, I usually blend a little bit at a time. Unless you have a really big food processor, then you can put everything all together. So you can see everything's still a little bit chunky. So now I'm gonna add the rest of my ingredients. I'm gonna add my cilantro, and I'm also gonna have to add some lime juice. Now, if you don't have lime juice, you can use a little bit of lemon juice, but lime juice works best. I'm using half a lime, so you can give that a good squeeze. Make sure you get all that juice in there. Make sure you don't get any seeds, but go ahead, and once you add that lime juice, we're gonna pop the lid back on and give it another good blend. Do decide to make this, don't forget to tag me. I love to share the content that you guys create, especially if it's one of my recipes. So don't forget to tag me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at What's in DEPOT. Now, right towards the end, I like to add a little bit of salt and pepper just to add a little bit extra flavor. Sometimes with these dishes, you might need to add a little bit extra salt. Just like anything when you're cooking, salt and pepper is per your taste. So go ahead and add that salt and pepper if you like. You can also add a little bit of adobo or a little bit of sazon. It's really up to you what you want to add towards the end. If you like it very spicy, go ahead and add a couple more Scotch bonnet peppers or a habanero or Carolina Reaper or a scorpion pepper. It's really up to you. Now, that's how easy it is to make this smoked, roasted salsa on the barbecue. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, it's your boy Sean Grande. Peace. Stay safe and stay blessed.